Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany. I'm a fashion and product photographer based in Melbourne. I get quite a lot of requests about the gears and equipment I use in DMs, so today I thought I'll run you guys through the camera bag and what I bring to a photo shoot. This is the Brevite jumper bag. A couple of features I love about the bag. First, it fits my 15-inch MacBook Pro. Second, there's this little side pocket at the back for your passport and wallet. Third, which is probably the best feature, there's a side access pocket right here, so you can access your camera pretty easily without having to swing it in front of you. Personally, I picked this one because it actually doesn't look like a camera bag from the outside. And I don't really want to travel with a bag that basically screams expensive gear inside. You just have to be safe sometimes. And the main camera section is located in the lower front. Like most camera bags, you can configure it to your own liking. Okay, now let's go through the fun stuff. So first thing first, I have the Fujifilm GFX 50S. This is kind of the crown jewel of my system. It's my main camera for photo shoots. I've upgraded from the XH1 for almost a year now and I have no complaints at all. Like most Fuji cameras, they have all the dials on top. So it's kind of like a film camera vibe, which I personally really enjoy. It is a medium format, so the image quality is pretty amazing. The large sensor gives you so much details. At the moment, I have two GF lenses. The first one is the 63mm f2.8. It's essentially the 50mm equivalent, so it's basically the standard focal length. I use this mostly for my portraits because it's very sharp and great for lower light situations. It's pretty fast and it's perhaps my favorite or most used GF lenses. All GF lenses are weather resistant, so you do get that peace of mind. The next lens is the 50mm f3.5. It's the 40mm equivalent basically. This is also their lightest lens in the system, which is why they also call it the pancake lens. I'm sort of in a love-hate relationship with this one because I feel like I should pick up the 45mm, which is basically the 35mm equivalent. But so far it has been serving me really good. I use this a lot for street style photography and some product styling bits when I need to create a lifestyle vibe rather than close-ups. My secondary camera is the Fujifilm XT4. I really think the XT series is a great choice for any hybrid shooters, meaning if you do both photography and videography, this is perhaps the best choice Fujifilm has to offer at the moment. Image quality, of course, is nowhere near the 50S, but for what it is and for the price point, it's already pretty satisfying. The general design is similar to the 50S. I use this for social contents rather than campaign work, or as a secondary camera for behind the scenes if I have someone to do that for me on set. Now moving on to the lenses. The first one is the XF 35mm 1.4. This is my longest standing Fujifilm lens and perhaps my favorite lens for the X series. Goes all the way to f1.4, so pretty good for shallow depth of field. This is my most used lens before I upgraded to the medium format system, so a lot of my work in the beginning was shot with this. I'm more of a prime lens kind of person, so the 18-135 is the only zoom lens I have. I don't use this that often unless I'm really restricted in the environment, like in a very small studio or when the location doesn't really let me, move around. It's also stabilized, so I do use it for some of my videos. Next is the 23 f2. This is my travel lens. I do a lot of street photography for this one when I'm on the road. It is the lightest Fuji lens I own, and it doesn't become a hassle when you are traveling and exploring. The front pocket is where I keep my backup memory cards and batteries. This is the Nomadic battery organizer. To identify which battery needs to be charged, I use the little orange dot or the sticker as a sign. So facing out means it's charged properly, facing in it's not. Again, from Nomadic is the memory card case. What I do is similar with my battery storage. I employ a system of having label facing out for empty cards and label facing in when they need to be formatted or imported. I've also got this vertical battery grip for my XT4. I use this on location shoots so I don't have to stop and change batteries. Jumping to the top pocket is where I put my chargers and a small LED light. I shoot mostly with natural light or a studio light setup, so this continuous light is just something I keep in my bag just in case things don't go as planned or the light is a bit more, I guess, directional. I haven't really used it that much, but it's still good to have one in hand because you never know, what might happen. I don't really bring external hard drive in my camera bag unless I'm going to a coffee shop to edit straight after a photo shoot. As for the SSD card, this is the one I use for traveling because it's a lot smaller. The 15-inch MacBook Pro is my laptop of choice. I've had this for about 3 years now. Sometimes it does need to buffer since the RAW files are pretty big, but in general it's not too big of a problem. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. If you want more photography content, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!